Hello, today's book talk is based on a true story from the Vietnam War. The book is called Inside Out and Back Again by Tan Ha Lai. This was a very striking book in my opinion, as it shows through simple verse and poetry the life of a 10-year-old girl back in the Vietnam War. It shows her story from when the Vietnam War began to affect her. She has a mother and two brothers, and her father had gone missing years and years before, and her family every day had been waiting for his return. But at some point they were too worried about the future that was there for them in Vietnam, so they packed up their things, took the essentials, burned the rest, and left to escape, ideally towards America. Ha is the main girl in the story, and Ha and her family get on a Navy ship and are intercepted by the Americans. They're on the ship for some time, and they slowly start to learn English and about where they're going. When they arrive to America, they realize it's going to be so much harder than they could have imagined. At some point, Ha said it might have been easier just staying in Vietnam than going to Alabama in America. In America, they're not treated fairly. They're being discriminated against for their religion, for the language that they speak, for what they look like. Ha's being bullied in school, and her family in general is not being accepted by the community. Over time, as the mom insists they must assimilate as fast as possible, kids, they must use English. They even decided to go to a Baptist church in order to be more accepted in the community. And as sad as it is, it does start to work. By doing their best to assimilate and keep their own culture where they can, they start to live a more comfortable life. The story is a sad one, and seeing it through the lens of a child's eyes really hits the reader in a more emotional and personal way. This book would be good for middle school readers or maybe high school readers who are interested in knowing the hardships that some kids go through, seeing life from a different point of view, to understand how hard discrimination can be for all ages, from the children to the adults. As it's written in verse, it's a pretty quick read, but it's all the more impactful as the words are chosen very specifically and gives a very strong impact to the reader. All in all, for any kind of historical fiction or any kind of based on a true story book that I've read recently, I would very strongly recommend this book to anyone who has any free time. Thanks for listening to my book talk today. I hope I was able to recommend an interesting book for you to read. See you next time.